your all being here. My name is Warren Rumack. I'm the board chair for York Central Hospital, and my pleasure to be the MC for this ceremony. When I was asked to say a few words at the beginning, it occurred to me that a number of years ago, when we were looking over one of the committee's recommendations, we saw the protocols for organ donations. At that time, I was really surprised because I saw the age range within which people could donate organs. I think many people, maybe not those here, but many people think that organ donations are something that happens to young people who are in accidents or violent crimes and stuff like that. But that's not the case. And I know that the protocols have changed. I'm told that it's no longer age-driven necessarily. That's one of the things that matters. But I just thought for a second I would run over a couple of the protocols which I'm told are about 10 years old but may still apply. For instance, kidneys can be given by people from age 1 to age 70. Livers for people from 6 months to 55. Heart from age 1 to 40 for males and 45 for females. Lung from age 1 to 50. Heart and lung together 1 to 40. An eye and cornea, no age limit. Bone 16 to 70 years. Heart valves 2 months to 55 years. There's a broad range of ages, and I think that might go a long way if people need to become aware not only of the importance of organ donations, but of the fact that almost anybody can sign or arrange for their organs to be donated. And that would be a wonderful thing, of course. My first job this afternoon is to introduce to you the guest of honor. And say a few words to us, Mr. George Marcello.
Thank you. I want to mention everybody did great out there. We all made it in one piece, too. It looks like nobody's tired, right? You all still got a lot of energy? Okay, good. Maybe I can take you with me tomorrow. Anyways, today is day 48 of our 527-day walk. So, how many days do I got left? Who's good in mathematics? 452. I got 452 days left to go. No big deal. I'm kind of looking at it as I got 5 times as much to do as my Ontario walk. I did that in 100 days. So it's just 5 times. It makes it a little bit easier. So while we're going from community to community, I want to mention that we've been getting some really excellent responses. I think what we've been feeling is that Canadians are ready to respond to this. You know, as soon as they hear that we're the lowest organ donating country, a lot of Canadians have been coming forward. Well, what can we do about that? You know, and you know, at present we're telling them that, well, first of all, you know, think about signing your donor card, and then expressing your wish to your family. But also, if you can, talk about this at work with your fellow workers. Talk about this at school. Talk about this with your minister, you know, so that you feel really morally and ethically comfortable with this. And sometimes take a walk to the hospital and see if you can visit some of the people on the waiting list, and you know, you'll really see what this is all about. And I'm very confident that we're going to be able to do a lot better in the next few years. I think Canada was kind of caught in a situation where there was only very small groups that were addressing this problem, and we didn't get the attention of the larger groups. You know, we really didn't have that much government involvement. We haven't had big corporations doing anything about it. Before media, people weren't really saying anything, and I think that's all changing. I think as you know, we're finding out as we're going from community to community, people are realizing that there's a crisis going on here, and we need everybody to respond to this, and that's including everyone, because this is something that affects everyone. this is something that can affect you personally, because you could be the one that could be saving up to 6 lives. And you could be the one that might need a life-saving organ. So this is definitely something that everybody should be aware of. I really want to take this opportunity also to thank some of the people that made today's event possible. And Melinda isn't here today, but I had a lot of conversations with Melinda Poirier, and I know that she's on vacation today or something. And she certainly sent all her best to me, and I hope that we'd have a successful event, and yes, we did, Melinda. I also want to thank Stephanie for, and where is she? Oh, there she is. Okay. Thank you very much, Stephanie, for putting all this together. And I want to thank the mayor for walking with us. He's actually only the 3rd mayor that's walked. We had the mayor. Yep. We had the mayor from Watford that walked with us, and we had Mayor Robertson from Brampton. So you're in good company, and we're going to encourage more mayors to do the same. We're going to keep vocalizing that if the mayor from Richmond Hill and Watford and Brampton can walk, I think you guys, the rest of you guys can walk too. We got 400 and, what was that number again? 48 mayors to go. So I also want to take this moment to also let you know why I'm doing this. 5 years ago, I was probably on my last day of living, because I was rushed to the hospital with liver failure, and the doctors told me that it would be any day that I was going to pass away. And my last wish at that time was to, pass away at home. And they sent the supervisor. Now, the next day I got a call that there was an organ available, and let me tell you, I was one of the fortunate ones to get that call. I awoke after a 12-hour surgery, and I knew that I had a fighting chance to make it, because I felt new life breathing into me. And anyone that's on the waiting list right now, I know what they're going through, because your whole body is sick, your bones, your brain, everything. And I just want to let everybody know, don't let it affect your spirit, because the spirit can stay strong. And I really had this feeling of also gratitude at that moment, and also a feeling of that, that night, a family was just faced a tragedy because they lost a loved one. And they made that courageous and selfish decision to donate their loved one's organs. And that's why I was around. That's why I had a fighting chance. And I needed to say thank you for that act. And at present, the only way we can do that is through a screened letter. And I'm pretty lousy at letter writing. So I needed to say thank you in a different way. And I didn't know how to sing or dance, so I couldn't do it that way. And I was greatly inspired by what Terry Fox did, as millions of other people were. And so 2 years later, I put a knapsack on my back and walked from Toronto to Ottawa in 12 days to say thank you. And last year, I walked 3,000 kilometers around the province of Ontario to say thank you. And before I did that, I had the great fortune to meet Daryl Fox. And that was a couple of years ago. His barber is my cousin. Most Italians are barbers. And he was telling Daryl what I was doing, and Daryl wanted to meet me. And since then, we've been meeting every week, and he wants to know everything I'm going through. Like, he wants to hear all the nitty-gritty details, the challenges, the hardships, the great feelings, and he's encouraging me to not give up, And he's also given me permission to call myself the Italian Terry Fox. And I've